I'm Officer Cruz, and today I will be conducting your citizenship interview. What city are you coming from?
I am coming from Los Angeles.
Was there a lot of traffic?
Yes, a little bit of traffic.
Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear and affirm that the statements you will give and provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
You can put your hand down and you can take a seat. Do you have your permanent resident card with you?
Yes.
Can you show it to me, please?
Here it is.
Thank you. Now we are going to do the reading and writing part of the interview. Can you please read the following sentence?
How many senators does Congress have?
Now, can you please write the following sentence? Congress has 100 senators. Congress has 100 senators. Congress has 100 senators. Now we are going to do the civics test. First question. Who was president during World War I?
Woodrow Wilson.
What does the Constitution do?
Sets up the government.
What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful?
Checks and balances.
The House of Representatives has how many voting members?
435.
What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now?
J.D. Vance.
What are two cabinet-level positions?
Secretary of Energy, Secretary of Education.
What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens?
Vote in a federal election.
There were 13 original states. Name 3.
New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey.
Name one American Indian tribe in the United States.
Cherokee.
When do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4th.
Now, please answer the following questions. What is your full legal name?
Susana Maria Guzman.
What other names have you used?
Susan Mary Guzman.
Are you going to make any changes to your name?
I would like to remove my middle name.
How long have you been a permanent resident?
For 8 years.
How did you become a permanent resident?
My son petitioned me.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No.
Have you ever advocated any of the following or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the following: opposition to all organized government,
No.
world communism,
No.
the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship,
No.
the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law,
No.
the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States or of any other organized governments because of their official character,
No.
the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property or sabotage.
No.
What is your date of birth?
November 28, 1980.
What is your country of origin?
Mexico.
Are either of your parents U.S. citizens?
No.
Were your parents married before your 18th birthday?
Yes.
What is your full social security number?
824100824.
What is your height and your weight?
I am 5 feet 6 inches tall, and I weigh 135 pounds.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
Engaged in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No.
Threatened, attempted, conspired, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit any of the acts listed in item numbers 6A or 6B?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any of the following: torture,
No.
genocide,
No.
killing or trying to kill any person,
No.
intentionally and severely injuring or trying to injure any person,
No.
any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent or was unable to consent or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else,
No.
not letting someone practice their religion,
No.
causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group or political opinion.
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any military or police unit?
No.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group, for example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
What is your marital status?
I am married.
How many times have you been married?
2 times.
Were you ever married in your country of origin?
No.
What is your spouse's full legal name?
José Arcadio Guzmán.
Is your spouse a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
When did you get married?
February 14th, 2020.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training?
No.
Have you ever recruited, enlisted, conscripted, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities or attempted or worked with others to do so? This could include participating in combat or providing services related to combat.
No.
Include all the crimes and offenses in the United States or anywhere in the world, including domestic violence, driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and crimes and offenses while you were under 18 years of age which you ever committed, agreed to commit, or asked someone else to commit. Were arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official. Were charged with committing, helping commit, or trying to commit. Pled guilty to. Were convicted of. Were placed in alternative sentencing or a rehabilitative program for, or received a suspended sentence, clemency, amnesty, or pardon for, or were placed on probation or paroled for.
No to all of them.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, or immigration official for any reason, or charged with a crime or offense?
No.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
No to all of them.
Please allow me one moment.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te está yendo con la práctica? Recuerda que si te gustaría prepararte para responder una entrevista como esta, ofrecemos un curso en nuestra página cursosconfernando.com. En este curso encontrarás un orden de trabajo sin interrupciones que podrás estudiar a tu propio ritmo y a tus propios tiempos sin importar tu nivel de inglés. Además, contarás con el apoyo de nuestro equipo ayudándote en tu preparación. Recuerda, esta página es cursosconfernando.com. Continuemos con la práctica. Mucha suerte.
Okay, let's continue. How many children do you have?
I have 2 children.
Are you the biological parent of all your children?
Yes.
Were your children born in the United States?
Yes.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No.
Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony?
No.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No.
What is your current address?
382 West Kennedy Drive, Los Angeles, California.
How long have you lived at this address?
For 3 years.
What is your previous address?
149 West 6th Street, Los Angeles, California.
How long did you live at your previous address?
For 5 years.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No.
Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Are you currently a member of the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you now have or did you ever have a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No.
What do you do for a living?
I work from home.
What is the name of your employer?
I have my own business.
How long have you worked at your job?
For 6 years.
What are some of your job duties?
Customer service.
Now, regarding your trips, when was the last time you traveled out of the United States?
That was on January 2nd of this year.
How long was this trip for?
For 10 days.
What was the purpose of this trip?
I went to visit family.
How many total days have you spent outside of the United States in the last 5 years?
100 days in total.
Okay. Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
At this time, I will recommend your application as approved. Congratulations.
Si te gustaría informarte de cómo son las entrevistas en la oficina que a ti te corresponde, dónde tendrás tu entrevista, te invito a que nos sigas en nuestro segundo canal de YouTube, Citizens Ahora. En este segundo canal ponemos experiencias todos los días de diferentes partes del país. Puede ser que una de estas experiencias te dé información que tú necesitas para tu entrevista. Así que no olvides, síguenos en nuestro segundo canal de experiencias, Citizens Ahora.